And welcome back to Electrify News. You're watching Plugged In, and I'm your host, Taylor Ellison. Hummer brings an ultra-powerful e-bike to the market. We've got the latest update on Ford self-driving cars. And the ride to soccer practice just got an upgrade. We're going to show you a brand new luxury e-van that can go from 0 to 62 miles per hour in under 5 seconds. Plus, calling all DIYers. Soon you could turn your car electric all on your own. And learn how you can ride smarter and safer with the latest developments in e-bike helmets and locks. All that and more coming up. Let's see what's moving in the world of electric this week. GM built its Hummer EV to be able to go just about anywhere. And now that same all-wheel drive capability is a key feature of the new Hummer e-bike. The GMC brand is collaborating with Recon Power Bikes to bring this dual-motored, ultra-powerful e-bike to the market. With design cues and inspiration taken directly from the GMC Hummer EV Supertruck, this e-bike further expands customers' ability to explore different off-road trails, whether in the vehicle or out on the bike. That's what Rich Latic had to say, the marketing director for GMC. Pricing on the new dual-motor e-bike is set to start at $3,999 and just in time for the holidays. Get those wish lists ready. The first deliveries are set to begin this December. Convert a classic into your new electric favorite. Soon that might be even easier than you think. The electrification of classic vehicles continues to be a major trend in the aftermarket industry. Startups like EV West, alongside legacy brands like Ford and GM, are offering engine swap kits for DIYers looking to tackle these conversions on their own. It looks like Mopar is getting in on the action with the Jeep CJ Surge concept shown off this week at SEMA, the Specialty Equipment Market Association show held in Las Vegas. But it's not the vehicle that's a concept, it's the BEV powertrain. The Jeep CJ Surge Electromod concept breathes new life into an old 4x4 with a new hyper-efficient EV powertrain. A spokesperson for Mopar said the Jeep CJ Surge concept explores a future zero-emission propulsion system kit and supports the Jeep brand's mission to become the leading electrified SUV brand in the world. Riding high on 35-inch BF Goodrich all-terrain tires wrapped around 18-inch black Rhino wheels and a 2-inch lift kit, Jeep says the CJ Surge concept is a true Jeep 4x4. Power goes to all 4 wheels and is supplied by 24 lithium-ion battery and electric motors that transfer torque through an old-school 2-speed Jeep transfer case with selectable gearing. Translation? It's a manual. The battery packs are sealed into a custom shell mounted in the rear of the passenger cabin that's visually reminiscent of an off-road fuel cell. To learn more about all of it, head to electrifynews.com. Keep your e-bike safe with the LightLock X. British company LightLock is branching out into U-locks that may be just right for e-bikes. Their latest lock is able to withstand even the most formidable foes like cable cutters, hammers, chisels, and angle grinders. The new model is said to be the most resistant to angle grinders of locks currently available on the market. Coating on the LightLock X is allegedly tougher than the grinder discs themselves, which would ultimately cause them to wear down before they can cut through the lock. The X1 is said to be 5 times more resistant to angle grinders, weighs 3.7 pounds, and costs just under $180. The European Union has officially called for a near total ban on internal combustion cars by 2035. The new ban exists under the EU's larger Fit for 55 climate strategy, which aims to slash carbon emissions across the continent by 55% of 2021's numbers by 2030. According to the regulation, every manufacturer must ensure that the average CO2 emissions from its fleet of newly registered vehicles in a calendar year do not exceed its specific annual emissions target. Manufacturers can continue to place vehicles with gas-powered engines on the market, but if they exceed their emissions target in a given year, they'll have to pay a premium. Consequently, with the new targets agreed, zero-emission vehicles will eventually become cheaper than vehicles running on fossil fuels to make. The new legislation still needs to be formally approved for the law to come into effect. It seems some car makers think those guidelines are unrealistic, while others like Mercedes, the Volkswagen Group, Ford, and Jaguar Land Rover are fully on board. Still others like Volvo and Polestar have criticized the Fit for 55 plan as not being ambitious enough and announced their exit from the European Automobile Manufacturers Association, ACEA, at the end of this year to focus on their goal to produce a truly carbon-neutral car by 2030. Well, the ride to soccer practice just got a lot more lux. Check out the Zeekr 009 Super Electric minivan. These vans look a bit more like pseudo-limos than snack-carrying shuttles to the game once you see these interiors. The Zeekr is the first car from the Geely-owned brand to use the new ultra-long-range battery pack from CATL. CATL is the largest EV battery producer in the world, supplying the likes of Tesla to Ford and dozens of other automakers. The company says it's good for a 510-mile driving range on China's light-duty vehicle test cycle, CLTC. Dual electric motors deliver a combined 536 horsepower, allowing this mega van to rocket you and 7 of your friends from 0 to 62 miles per hour in less than 4.5 seconds. Oh my. Not in the school zone, please. After many years and billions of dollars of development, Ford has pulled the plug on its Argo self-driving car business. It's estimated that more than $100 billion has been invested in the promise of Level 4 autonomy, and yet no one has defined a profitable business model at scale. That's what Jim Farley, Ford CEO, had to say. The news came as a shock to a number of tech watchers and sci-fi fans. To some outsiders with advanced knowledge of the challenges facing autonomous cars, however, the move away from developing an in-house autonomous car was more or less expected. You can find all those details at electrifynews.com. Giro is launching a pair of new compact commuter helmets featuring LED lights and turn signals that are remote controlled from the handlebars. Both of the new helmets feature LED front white lights, rear red lights, and amber turn signals with 4 light modes, all of which can be controlled using what the company calls an intuitive handlebar remote. The helmets have a runtime of about 11 hours in its most conservative mode and is rechargeable using a USB charger. Check out more of those fun features at electrifynews.com.